So my name is Klaus. Thank you, Mike, for for the invitation. So I will talk the next 10 minutes about Appointed, der Termin. That's the company I founded about 5 years ago. And Appointed is making a scheduling system where you can book your appointments via internet, which is not kind of like rocket science, but it's very helpful for my customers. As I told you, the company was founded 5 years ago, and in 2011, in 2011, I won the Austria Wirtschaftsservice, the AWS pre-seed call for the Appointed project. My presentation, there are the next 3 points. The first point are the target groups, where are the Appointed product is targeted to. The next point are the USPs from Appointed. And the last one are the opportunities. So what's the next step for Appointed? The first target group is healthcare companies. And so in German sind niedergelassene Ärzte, Fachärzte und Zahnärzte. So settled down specialists, because a general practitioner, they don't need appointments usually. So you just have a walk-in practice. So the problem was with the big practices that every person coming to the doctor has to make an appointment per phone. So it's very easy to make the appointment right now per internet. That's what I'm offering. This is a software as a service for the first part for the doctors. So what's the difference between Appointed and the other competitors out there? So there are many other companies right now offering appointments on the internet. So the first thing is Appointed is working completely on a SMS system. This means that the customer who is making the appointment, he or she doesn't need to have an account there. So you're just logging into you're going to the homepage of your favorite doctor, and then you're pressing the button, booking appointment, and then you book your appointment, you get an SMS code, and you're punching the SMS code into your smartphone. So this limits the customers to people who can read SMS and operate on the internet. And this makes it very easy because there is no service right now necessary for passwords, user login, emails, and anything. The second big USP is that Appointed is fully connected to Exchange servers. This means if you are handling your appointments within an Exchange server, you just connect it to Appointed, and then every free booking times are available on the internet. And the second thing, which is very important for Exchange is mostly connected to Outlook, and Outlook is working offline also. So it's very hard for a doctor, and he cannot make appointments because the computer system doesn't work or the internet connection isn't working. So if they have Outlook, they're working actually offline also. And this third point about Exchange is Appointed is on every available Endgerät, on every available help me device, thank you. On every device, Appointed is working, and it will be work in the future also, because every device is supporting Exchange. Besides this, it's also supported, Google Kalender is also supported. Did I get it clear? So, the next thing is, many of the doctors, they don't want to tell the customers their schedule. So this means you're clicking in and then you see the schedule of your doctor because you see the open spaces they have. And the Appointed system, it's working like you're calling the doctor. So you're calling there, and then the receptionist is asking you which day you want to have. You want to have AM or PM. And so the appointed system works this way. And so the patients that don't see the schedule of the doctor. The next thing is appointed is working as a full service operation. This means there's not even a user interface for the doctors to change the operation hours. Everything is done per phone or by email. This is a good thing because the doctors, they want to handle another system. They don't want this. And it's not so much support which appointed is doing for them. That's the business plan. The next important thing for the doctors is that the system is very reliable. So people coming to their appointments because they have the schedule on the phone with the SMS. So, and I'm coming to the opportunities. What's the next step? What's the next step for appointed? The next step is already running, so there are not only medical customers there. Appointed is done right now 5 times appointment schedules for a trade fair, 3 in Vienna and 2 in Germany. So this means you can make an appointment for a trade fair. They're going there and you want to meet their people on their trade fair booth. And this was running five times now in the last years. And the next thing is a test customer for changing tires. And this is also working with the appointment. And the next big thing is I was just focusing on the full service. So there is also a chance to make appointed as a self-service shop, where you say you don't want to pay the software as a service as expensive as it is right now. So you just want to have a few appointments and you have a cheaper selection there. Is it already 10 minutes or did I over time already? So, and hopefully there are more ideas about new opportunities, what you can do with the system. The next thing is to the end. So right now I'm doing something like 12,000 appointments per year. So this is easy to calculate. It's about 1,000 appointments per month. So that's how the system is running right now, and it's getting every year better. So if you have further questions, please feel free to ask me.
Okay, and first of all, it's time for a round of applause, I guess.
Thank you very much.
So, who has the first question?
How much do you charge?
What's
the package?
Yeah,
if I'm a doctor, what kind of packages would you offer to me and how much would it cost me?
So there is just one package out there. It's a flat rate and it's 120 euros per month, and there is everything included. So it makes 144 for the doctors plus the GST. And there is just a special feature if they are using too much SMS, because the SMS are pretty expensive. There is a package for SMS, but then I'm coming to the doctor and say, yeah, you are using so many SMS, so and there's no more discussion, how much is it more?
Okay, thanks.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
This is an excellent question, thank you for asking. I never made plans, so that's very easy for me, because then I can't fail. So it's a very easy lifestyle. So I have no idea where I will be in 5 years. So 5 years ago, I didn't even know that I'm here. And so I can tell everyone, try it, get self-employed and make your life alone. And I can say, it's really great. It's really great.
Can you make a living out of it?
Excuse me, who did ask?
Can you make a living out of the appointment software?
Good question. So the thing is, the last 5 years I was developing my company, and I was always focusing of a divergence of diversion of my income. So I have another 2 parts of my company, and 1/3 is making appointed right now. So 1/3 of my income is coming from appointed.
How big is your team?
I'm sorry?
How big is your team?
That's
One-man show.
It's pretty much a one-man show. So I started up with a friend of mine, and you know, at the startup phase, you're trying to keep the risk low. So he was still employed, and since appointed didn't work out like the business plans, so yeah, I'm pretty much alone on the company. So I did also all the programming except the front page, and so everything is kind of like mine. So that's why, yeah, the customers asking, well, what when you're not there? I said, I'm always there. So. Please.
How much customers have you got yet, and do you know how much like doctors are out there who would still need such a system and don't know it yet?
Yeah, that's a good question. We can talk later at the beer. So there are something like 11,000 doctors right now in Wien, Niederösterreich und Burgenland. Niedergelassene Fachärzte und Zahnärzte, so the target group, that's what it is. So the market is pretty big. The thing is that I never did anything marketing, so I'm still living here without marketing. And so maybe it would be a good idea to have, I don't know, going out a little bit and selling the product.
Some good connections to Ärzte come on the door, maybe.
Probably, yeah. Yeah, I'm always open for new ideas.
That's what he's working on today. Like,
Exactly. So.
Connections to Ärzte come here at Meetup. Now, another question from me. Did you think about other target groups that are like similar to doctors, but have like similar needs? Like they also need to make appointments?
Yeah,
I guess there's
no,
not
that's
that
it.
much of a difference if it's like a doctor or, I don't know, someone else with professional service.
Exactly, yeah. That's the thing, that the revenue structure should be different. It's going to the direction to have a full self-service system where you say the schedule and everything is done by the customer. And then you can go down with your prices, and then you have a complete massage services, Friseure, Autohändler, So there are a lot of customers doing scheduling. But on the other hand, many other businesses have other needs. So usually scheduling is a very specific thing where you have to keep in mind many things. If you have a I don't know, if you're changing tires, you know, you have your tire system, and the one tire system can operate on the SUV and the other not. And so you have a lot of Nebenbedingungen which you need to look at it. And then it's always hard to get the programming done and not to get broke paying for the programmer.
Okay. Did you already think about like some numbers? Like, can you go to a doctor and say, okay, with appointed, you can save X hours a month?
Yeah,
or you can save like
exactly.
20%
Yeah.
of your secretary stuff,
Exactly. That's the point. So the target group with the doctors, it's divided into 2 groups. The one group is the group with the Kassenvertrag, and the other group is the group where the private doctors are, and they have different needs. So when you go to the direction for the Kassenvertrag Ärzte, then you have massive appointments there, and then the numbers are about 1/3 of the appointment are done by the internet after something like 5-6 months. So the doctor has 30 hours per week open. They have 10-minute slots, so it makes 180 patients per week, which means something like 800 per month, something like this. In this 600 per month, yeah. And so you can count down when you have 1/3, so you have 300 appointments per internet. When you take one appointment, 2 minutes, then you can count down how much better this is for the Ordinationshilfen.
The question is always like how big like the whole setup is.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. And for the private doctors, for the private doctors, I made the calculation also. When you say you have a private doctor and she's doing their own schedule and picking up the phone for every customer, then you can count down it takes 5 minutes to take the appointment, and then how much is 5 minutes for a doctor? So you say, I don't know, 30 hours. So you say making 5 appointments and appointed it's not a question of the price then. The question of the price is coming up when you're targeting new customer. Please.
Have you thought about integration with doctor directories? There are some sites where all doctors are listed, like Arzt, 24.
Yeah, exactly. This was never targeted. It was never targeted because appointed shouldn't be a place where you find, I want to get, gynecologist, and you pressing the button and you get all gynecologists around the corner. This was never targeted, and the doctors are not very pleased if you click.
Not as competition.
I'm sorry?
Not as a competition with these directories, but as
another
additional function for this. Because when I look for a doctor, I'm not ill person. And if I sometime need a specialist, I go to this directory. I do not know personally doctors.
Yeah.
And in this directory, I would like to make an appointment.
Yeah, this is a hard question because the doctors are paying for me. And so if they don't like this, then I won't offer it. So you say you need a doctor for this and this and this, and then you click on appointed, and appointed shows you every doctor who have a free appointment 2 weeks
you
ago.
You go to Arzt 24.
And then yeah. I know what you mean. I'm sorry, I didn't get it. Yeah. You mean you get the link for appointed there? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there was a discussion also with other people from directories, but there was even a cooperation before. We can talk later on about this, but it didn't work out because the revenue stream is not so large that you can share it with other. So that's the hard thing. So that's why I'm standing here after 5 years. So yeah, you say the 120 euros per month. So count down. I'm alone here, and if I make revenues about 100, then I can work only 1 hour per customer a month. So, and this is hard time making it. Okay, thank you. Good. If there are no more questions, so thank you for watching. If you have more questions, I can answer it then later on. And I just say thank you.
Yeah.